Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and this is more Age of Wonders 3. This is the first of probably what are going to be 3 episodes that I think I'm going to record today, most likely. Like I said in my last episode, I'm now recording Age of Wonders 3 on Saturdays because my Planetfall series has concluded for now, and more or less what that means is I'll probably be recording probably at least 2 episodes every Saturday, as long as I'm around. And maybe some extras on top of that. Today I'm getting kind of an earlier start than usual, so I'm going to try to get 3 episodes in here. Comments from the last one that I want to go through. The next Halfling city that I get, once I get it and migrate it, that's probably going to get me that Empire quest that I wanted, which I think was Hepatopia, which would be in here. Yeah, I was looking at the active spells. So Hepatopia is that one that gets be the first to get 7 towns, base happiness boost, which is really nice. I'm 1 short basically right now. Technically, I will get it once this human city is done absorbing, but I think by the time I capture and migrate that halfling city, it should migrate in 1 turn. I think so. That should actually be faster. So that'll be really helpful. That was a comment from Ahmed Sultan, so thanks for pointing that out. From Tarsak, new human city can be used to make priests for an immediate healing solution, and should also have some warlord buildings already in it. In fact, all these cities should have warlord buildings already in them, so that'll be kind of nice. I can actually look. Well, this one actually doesn't yet, but technically it could have, because it's a halfling warlord, so he just didn't build any in it yet. But that's okay. I'll be able to make them. Regardless, building human priests out here would be very nice because Mogwai's army could really use the healing. From Casper Eklund, the human city could also produce monster hunters with trading post benefits. That is true. This will give me access to a mercenary camp, which will give monster hunters more range damage, melee damage, and armor. I don't know to what extent I will use monster hunters because I think in general, in my situation, I'd probably want to go just straight for phalanxes and manticore riders, but it is an option for me. Yeah, I think monster hunters are very good against druids, but I don't think that there is a druid in or among any of my enemies. I don't recall there being a druid. Dreadnought, warlord, rogue, theocrat, sorcerer, and another warlord. Yeah, so no druids this time around. So I may not do much with monster hunters, but it is an option if I choose to do that. And then comments from Daniel Moe. Switch the Dreadnought leg gear at the end of the turn. That's a good reminder, and it's going to be a change that I was planning on doing with the Dreadnought and the Elf, which this is probably what I will do next, actually, down here. But basically, I had sent the Elf these shoes that give fire and spirit protection, and I was going to add that 60% spirit protection with what she already gets to the 40% for spirit immunity, but I forgot that I needed to give her the boots that the Dreadnought is currently holding, which give Bringer of Goodwill. So primarily because the Druid's going to be leading the Dragons, which are going to be much more expensive to maintain. So I'm probably going to want that with her, because she's going to have a full stack of tier 4s, which is the biggest benefit you can get out of that item. So I think I'm going to switch those. The Dreadnought can get that Forge Aprons, which is the 60% fire protection. So giving him the shoes was a nice, easy way to get him all the way, because he's already at 100% fire protection, but that does ring, and I can give that to somebody else. So if I give him the shoes, then he'll be at 100% fire protection with those, and then I can give the ring to somebody else. So I'll switch those items around in a minute here. And finally, it would be a good idea, Daniel Moe pointed out, to send the Dreadnought a triple range attack weapon. He doesn't really have anything, he's got the musket, but giving him a triple range attack weapon helps him kind of just level a little easier, a little faster. So probably should really send him a magic, some sort of magic item. He is an elf, so he can make use of the range damage. I don't foresee myself using Mogwai as much with Mogwai, but I don't know. It's a damage channel. It's just another damage channel from him, and he is already on the front line. So I'm not gonna take that from Mogwai just yet. I probably will if his item slots start filling up, but I kind of want him to just have like all the good stuff he can get his hands on for now. So, because he is on the front line fighting, and I think that's it. Yep, that should be it for the comments. So, like I said, we're gonna go a few episodes here. I'm most likely going to I'm going to probably not go through all the comments on every single individual episode. I will probably go through most of them on the last one. I'll read all of them, but I may not respond to everything. So comments left on this episode, I may not respond to. I will read, but I will most likely focus on responding to the comments on the final episode that I record today, since I'm doing 3 in a row here. And that is pretty much all there is to say. I'm going to take Mogwai's group here, going to go after this structure. I think Mogwai can afford to spend a turn to move in and move back, on account of other slower units. Take on these Eagle Riders, and hopefully Mogwai gets some sort of nice item. If I could get anything that I really want, it would be an egg of a flying mount that I could give to the druid so she can start working on hatching it. I really, really need a flying mount. Okay, Eagle Riders are the primary threat here. I kind of want to keep... These guys are just getting the crap beat out of them. I want to keep them out of range of the... Well, I can't keep them out of range of the Jesters. Maybe I could use them to kill the Jesters and charge in with other units. I almost probably would have been better off just having Mogwai's army deal with this themselves, but we'll see. They still got quite a bit of health. The Jester's not going to knock that all down, so I guess they'll be okay. They're just going to be kind of beat up when they get to the halflings. I'm going to focus primarily on getting those beetles, not beetles, the Eagle Riders, to go after... Well, honestly, if I could get them all to go after the same butcher, that'd be great, and I think I can. He can reach there, he can reach there and there, he can reach... there and there. If I put the butcher just here, that is in range of all the eagles, so they may all rush him. So I think that's actually probably the best I can do there. That guy is out of the way as possible. Ah, crap. One of the eagles is going to go after him probably now. Alright, well, it's just a little bit of a distraction. The others can help. Okay, I think we'll hold ground here and see what they do. Okay, good. The others resisted the fireworks. Oh, I should have seen that coming. That one should go after the pikeman, though. Okay. Well, maybe not so bad that they all spread out. There's not really very many units up here now, so I can probably kill these guys pretty easily. I would like to turn that eagle a bit. In fact, what I could do is move the pikeman here. Stab it once, get some lifesteal. These guys could pretty easily go like this, get a charge and flank for an easy kill. Then I can kill the Jester, no problem, between these other units. Not weakened, let's just damage him. Okay, there we go, Jester's down. Which means the Mystic can help out down here, so that's kind of nice. Those pikemen will wreck that Eagle Rider. And the Warbreed will pretty much wreck that one, although I'm going to turn him around anyway. Yeah, you get lucky. Alright, I may phase the spider to deal with that guy over there. For now, let's have the Mystic go behind this guy. In fact, we'll Werepanther her. And he can move here. Yeah. I love fighting halflings, everyone. Okay, now that leaves you open to go after that guy. The spider will probably phase, so I think we'll just let the pikeman handle this one. Or, well, I would. It can't move, though, so that's fine. I'm going to phase right here and try to web him. Okay, so he can't do anything now, which means kill him. Now that that unit's webbed, I think the best way to deal with this situation is to, well, for one thing, I want to get these guys over here so they can do the whole steel enchantment thing. And I want to keep the spider right where he's at. These are the guys I want to kill that unit with, just for the lifesteal. So everybody else, I think, can stay where they're at. Mogwai doesn't have anything in particular he can do. Well, actually, there is something Mogwai can do. So I'll just move the units that I need to move for this. So what I can do here is wait until the web is gone, because I'm going to have to try to re-web it. To 90%. Okay, good. And then I can do kind of a weird series of events here. So I can weaken that, and then this guy can steal the enchantment, which is going to steal the web. I maybe should have weakened him first. Huh. Hang on. I think I can figure this out. Okay, there's just a really weird order that I have to do this in. So, when can the spider web again? One more turn? I think I need to actually do damage to something here, so I'm just gonna play it safe here. I'll steal that, then he can steal this enchantment. Then Mogwai can cure disease. And then I could have gotten, I know I could have gotten, one of those two didn't weaken anything. And I could have gotten a little more out of this, but that's okay. I'm gonna use the spider to turn them around so that they can't, well, first strike, they should hit twice. That's okay. I'm gonna just play it safe. I'm gonna turn this guy around just with one hit, and then we'll just get one hit of lifesteal. So just a little bit of extra XP there, and hopefully got a good item. Traveler's Boots of Expedient Hiking. Well, Forestry isn't bad. Both of these are kind of just okay items. I need to be able to see what my heroes have before deciding whether this is worth it. I don't know whether that's worth it. I mean, 2 defense is nice. I guess I'll take it. I'm sure somebody could benefit from forestry boots. They also give wetland walking, which, since I'm turning everything to wetlands, might be handy. I'll take those. Mogwai doesn't really need them, but I think that I'm sure somebody else could benefit from those. Possibly this guy, actually. I think I'll send them to the sorcerer. Okay. And then Mogwai has the fire, shock, and frost protection. I'm going to leave that on him. And maybe send the armor to the Theocrat, or possibly the druid. She doesn't have any main defensive armor. Neither does the dreadnought. Really, nobody does, actually. I will send these. The druid's going to have a bunch of dragons hanging out with her, and she's not really going to have any reason to get involved in a brawl. I will probably send this to, I think, the dreadnought, just to buff his armor even further and start turning him into kind of a tank. Mogwai, I think, can do without it. I kind of like just having the resistances on Mogwai. Still, unfortunately, no egg items or anything like that, so that's too bad. Alright, make sure to cut through the mine rather than walking around it as they like to do for some reason. Would end my turn on it, but that would slow me down a bit, so I'm not going to do that. Mogwai did level up in that battle, so what do we want next? Wouldn't mind just straight up Halfling Slayer. That would be wonderful, right? But that's not something you can get unless you have the right item, so that's not going to happen. Mogwai does not have First Strike, so that might be a handy thing to pick up. At least I don't think he does. I don't think he gets that from any Warlord-related upgrades. We've got Tireless, Toughness. Yeah, I think First Strike might be kind of what I want to go for here. That way Mogwai can go in and just defend and be kind of a tank. I sort of like that idea. And First Strike makes that even better. For some reason, I was thinking one of the Warlord upgrades gave mounted units First Strike, but that can't be right. No, that's not right. First Strike it is. And, maybe a little more defense if I'm planning on using him in that capacity. Or possibly melee strength. Now, we'll tack on a little bit more defense, since I just sent his armor to somebody else. We'll tack on a little bit more defense if I'm planning on using him to just go in and sit somewhere and, like, kind of hold ground. Okay, and I managed to do that without needing to cast any spells, so that's kind of nice. This city needs to stay on gold production, I think. In fact, I have several cities that are probably going to need to be told gold production again, because everything is going into those dragons right now. And once that one's done in 2 turns, the next 3 or 4 of them, I'm going to try to just all hurry out in a row if I can. So, production everywhere for now, or merchandise for everywhere for now. In fact, I probably will do that for 2 turns in each of those cities. Okay, army requires your orders. It's the... Okay, that fort's probably going to get destroyed. I think I was going to send this guy back underground to start working on roads, which is probably still what I'm going to do with him, unless the scout finds somewhere in particular that he should go, but right now I'm not seeing that, so... Oh yeah, those giants I don't have open borders or anything with. I'm gonna send these guys north to avoid that bandit camp down there. And just kind of see what's up here. This builder I think is gonna go back underground for now. Especially on account of the fact that there's gonna be a fire rogue event going on the surface pretty soon. And that's why that scout is there, so that army's fine where they're at. I'll probably get the builder off of it just to split the stacks. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to send him. You know what? That builder actually needs to go out here. There's a lot of good places for a city out in this area that this one's not going to be able to reach. There's good structures here, like this one that I literally just cleared. So, yeah, that seems like a good spot to go. Throw down a fort. Maybe get a new city started. Maybe somewhere like in this choke point here. That would be kind of nice, like right there. I like that spot actually a lot. I think that's where it's going to go. And then I'll probably throw another settler on that as soon as I can. Maybe another goblin one. I might drop the money for that. Maybe just produce another one out of my capital, since I kind of know that that's coming. 3 turns to do, which will give me time to build the fort. Yeah, I'll drop the money on that. I'll drop the money on that. If it means growing my economy, then I'm more than willing to do that. But yes, that is a spot that I really do need another city. And that would give me a lot of extra research, mana, and gold. Okay, scouts are mostly in position. Let's finish digging with this guy. And there's also dirt walls up here they can kind of dig around in. I'm not going to knock those completely out, but I may as well dig up what I can. And he can dig around in there, which I probably will dig. I may not dig all of that out, but I'll dig a good portion of that out. I wish I could build bridges over lava, then I would probably dig it all out. Alright, Tigrants here are just chilling. I would like to get them back with the, saber-tooth chariot up there, but they're a little bit separated from everybody down here, and there's that spawner thing in between, so I think they just kind of need to be on hold until the Theocrat gets back. They'll just guard that bridge. Maybe in it, and they'll catch an enemy scout or something. Okay, now it is time to, well, do a few things, actually. So, the Druid is going to come down here. I'm going to split the Dreadnought off. The Dreadnought may actually need to keep that item for a little bit longer. The Fire Rogue event is, in what, 2 more turns? I kind of need those other armies heading back. So the Dreadnought's probably going to need to keep that Bringer of Goodwill item for a little longer. I'll just have to try to remember to get that to him, or to switch those items after I'm done getting everyone back in position to deal with the Fire Rogue event. I just want the bulk of this army back with where my cities are, basically. Okay, let's get a little battle done here and hopefully pick up another spider. I think I'm going to go after one of the dread ones. I just sort of prefer them. I think the hunter spiders are my least favorite. Being able to phase is nice, but otherwise I think they're inferior to the other spiders in every way. Vampire spiders are my favorite ones, I think, just because I really like lifesteal. Alright, who do we have and what can they do? I think I don't really have a unit that can weaken in here. The Goblin Untouchable may be able to get him with Disgusting Stench, which should help lower resistance a little bit. But otherwise, I think that's the only thing I can do to make this more likely to work. Alright, turn you around and try to make sure. Now, the problem with the Hunter Spiders is that no matter where you go or what you do, they are going to swarm me with phase, and it's going to be annoying. So, let's see here. I'm going to start by backing this guy up and giving this one Guardian Flames. Also, I just lowered his resistance, which kind of sucks, because I forgot about Disgusting Stench. Okay, you turn. It says just a bunch of tier 1s, so I shouldn't be too big of a deal. I'm probably going to have him cast Starblades on somebody. The only problem is that leaves him vulnerable to being webbed and charged by things, so maybe not quite yet, but I do want to have him. In most battles, I probably want that guy casting Starblades just for XP, as much as he can. Now it looks like this wolf wants to pick a fight with him, which is fine. That's XP too. He's got a 50% chance to stun it. But I think what I'm going to do is actually kill the wolf with the Warg Rider and then try to stun the unit that's behind it. Okay, these guys are in a bit of trouble over there. Yeah, we'll just get rid of that one. And you can ride out here. Why not shoot that warg in the back? That'll guarantee the kill. Then he can get a couple shots on him. Try to stun. Okay, good. He got one. Probably will send the Warg Rider out. I'm sure that Hunter Spider will teleport and web, so that's fine. And I need to get the Druid away from any of those guys that could web. So I'm probably going to have to bunker her behind in that spot right there, which I can do that by doing this. I don't think anybody else can move, but neither of those spiders can reach the Druid, and that's what's important right now. How far can you go? I'm going to need him in a position where he can help without getting webbed, so I think this spot is right. Oh, of course they would. Oh, of course they would web the druid. Okay, now I gotta do funny stuff to make this work. And I don't have a blight doctor that can steal that enchantment. Okay, fine. Nuisances. I think I need to use up movement on these guys. How long is she webbed for? It should just be 2 turns with the lesser webbing. Okay. So I'm gonna have to just spread damage out among several people. I think that's the spider I'm gonna try to convert. So I need to kill this one. You can probably stun that one. Okay, good job. And if these guys lower that unit's morale, maybe it'll fumble an attack of opportunity. Yep, just like that. Okay. Now it can't move. And if the dreadnought, maybe I could stun it with the sorcerer. That would save some time and effort. Let's try that. I'll put the dreadnought here to just lower damage output to it. Okay, that makes things easier. Okay, now that you're out of your web, I think I've done everything I can to lower its resistance. Unless somebody has a nifty spell that can lower it further, but I don't think they do. It's possible he might, actually. Hang on. Flashbang. No. I was thinking of, no, I think I was getting that oil, Skin of Oil, mixed up. That's a fire magic spell, not a dreadnought spell. Okay. Alright, then we just gotta go for it. 70%, and I fail, so that's too bad, but such is life, I guess. How about you stun that again, and then I can at least get some lifesteal out of this. Oh, I should have, I was going to say I should have moved those guys back first, but that's okay. Well, no new spider for me. That's unfortunate, but crap happens. Alright, it's time for everybody to head back, and the druid can kind of catch up, but the others just need to book it as fast as they can, I think. Which is why I'm keeping those boots with him for now. Actually, you know what? I think I am going to switch those. She can make it back decently far, and the event's not coming quite yet, so I'm just going to make her an army leader now. You can drop those. Here we go. And you can pick these up. They're probably going to stay together for now, but she can actually take the army leadership role because she's a higher level, and then she can have the Bringer of Goodwill boots, and then as soon as she gets those, then I can give them to the druid, or to the dreadnought right away. So I don't think heroes cost upkeep though, so keeping them like right next to each other probably isn't ideal. I probably want to, yeah, that doesn't make any difference. I probably want to pile all these other units on with her, yeah. Including the Swarm Darter. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna leave those guys all together. The Fire Rogue shouldn't be on me so fast that they can't respond to it now that they're heading back. Alright, oh yeah, and that's my other settler, which is getting very close to this city. That'll be a stone fortress in 1 turn, so that'll be nice. And this guy was just going south to get another fort up by the Forbidden Sanctum down there. He's continuing on to that cave entrance. And you are just digging. Just digging for gold. This is actually just really amazing how much extra money you can pull in off of that every turn. Oh yeah, I need to just end that turn. Okay, so I've made it to the end of the turn, and I actually have Drench the Land ready to cast. So I'm going to do that right here. That is satisfying. And just turn those all to wetlands and boost that city's growth like crazy. It's an outpost, so it needs to be a village before it's a town. So that city is not going to make it before I either get the human city. So it's basically, right now, 4 turns. I'm 4 turns away from Hepatopia with that human city. Now, I will probably be closer once I get the halfling city, but I need to know what I'm running into there first. What I might do on the next turn is split off the fast units from the slow one, depending on what's in there, and just rush the halfling city with everything. But we will see. I think Ernest is in the void right now, and he probably will be, I think, for one more turn, but I'm not 100% sure. He might come back on the next turn, which would really suck if he does. Maybe I should start getting another Flood Fields ready for a new city. Let's see if I could use it. Would be useful anywhere. That's Orc, so not really for them. Goblins are good. I'm sure it could be useful around here. And it is cheaper than the alternative, so I think I will start getting another one of those ready. Dread Siege could be nice too. Okay, the lands. That might be good, just to make sure I get... Oh, this would be great against the halflings. I'm doing this. That's going to drastically lower their morale. So if they have any units in that city defending it, I'm going to cast Dredge Siege on it and then attack on the same turn, and it'll just ruin the halflings' morale. I won't have to worry about them getting lucky. That is fantastic. Okay. I'm going to end my turn and cross my fingers and hope for the best here, because I am just charging pretty blindly into his territory. Now, Mogwai's army is nothing to sneeze at, and I've already killed off several of his armies, but hoping that there's no surprises waiting for me. Okay, he finished his turn, so Ernest's turn is done. He didn't come after me with anything. Domain invasion, that is... Okay, that's the rogue. Again, coming from the direction that I expected him to come from. He will take that city back, but it's not a big deal. I will get it right back after him. And he sent me a message, which is probably just cower, weakling, we're coming for you. I wonder if I could do anything fun to get those ravens off of that city. I wasn't really planning on that city really surviving, but... okay, they just cast Dread Siege on it. The elf did, I think. The elf warlord. That's fine. All that really matters right now is killing the halfling. So the first thing that I need to check is diplomacy menu. Ernest is indeed back on this turn. So he should have popped up in his capital. He might have moved. I'm really hoping he didn't. But we will see. Hopefully he's just sitting on it. A lot of join offers. I'm just going to X out of all of these right now. I don't really need to click through those every turn. Race governance level up with humans. This one is... honestly, I don't really know which one of those to pick. I know that one. I like Protector Military a lot because you can level up those cavalry. And that one's not really as important, but cheaper settlers or Civic Guards gain Thronet. Thronet is nice, but I just can't see myself making Civic Guards. I don't know that I really see myself making human settlers either, but you never know. I'll take the settlers on that one. I don't think I will ever make Civic Guards. One turn to Rise of the Fire Rogue. I've got Dread Siege ready to go, so let's go in kind of carefully. I'm going to send Mogwai ahead. Does he still have those Boots of Forestry on him? No, I did send those off with somebody else. Crap. You know what? Close this. The spider has forestry. So I'm going to actually scout with that. Is he there? He is there. Okay. Ernest's time has come. We're going to knock the halfling out of the game on this turn. And I can actually get everybody in on this, which is great. Although, do I really need everyone in on it? There's a decent question. Well, first off, let's make sure he doesn't have... Okay, he's got an extra war breed back there. I think I'm going to bring everyone in on this. I'm going to go ahead and cast Dread Siege to severely lower their morale, which is still somehow high, which is just dumb. Lost a city, leader is fault. He's got like minus 600 to it. It's still at 200. Maybe some of the others won't be as high. Like Ernest is just normal. Well, it's not going to make as big of a difference as I had hoped, but that's okay. At least the morale's not like very high. It does make a difference. So let's move these guys in here. Make sure the spider has enough movement to launch the battle, which he should. I'm going to get everybody else down here. Everyone is in on this. No mercy. The halfling goes down right now. You know what? He's almost certainly got items. But he might actually not have items because I killed him. So maybe he doesn't. I'll send the spider in because the spider's got more movement. Okay, closely matched. Annual combat. Here we go. He's got defenses. And I doubt everyone will survive this battle. I really doubt everyone will survive. But the idea is to just win. That's all that really matters. Just win and knock him out of the game. Then we don't have to deal with dang halflings anymore. I don't mind the rabbit burrows. I'm still gonna kind of swing to the side over here. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn them into a werepanther now, just to get some healing they could use. Oh, I should have done that first, and then they could have moved further. If he wants to waste his spells on throwing Vengeful Frost off of the wall, that's fine. Rabbit burrows are getting those other guys. They really want to kill those guys with Vengeful Frost. Okay, what I might do is suddenly shift gears here and start breaking down that wall. The eagles will likely come after this guy, but he's got a lot of health and he's got regrowth. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do this. We'll just go straight at him. Not even messing around. Mogwai can come here, and basically the idea here is keep them from flanking the Warbreed if I can. So maybe put the big beetle here, put the spider here, put Mogwai here. The spider is now disgusted, unfortunately, but it's going to have to deal with it for a turn because I don't want that guy getting flanked. Well, more than once anyway. He could technically get flanked because one of the beetles would hit from one of the birds would hit from one side and one would hit from the other. I need to keep this guy out of harm's way, I think, because they're just going to keep throwing Vengeful Frost on him. I'm hoping they can't cast it enough. Well, you know what? I can check because he's the one casting that spell. Oh, they could cast that a lot more. Okay, I might have to think about getting this guy ready to retreat. He can probably handle just a couple more Vengeful Frosts, but if that's still worth it for me to just eat up the halfling's action points. I think I'm still fine with that. Okay, then you can go here. Everybody else is pretty much as far along as they can go. Yeah, they want him dead. Okay. It's time for you to leave. I really hope the rabbit burrows don't trigger on this guy. Okay, they haven't come out the walls yet. As long as rabbit burrows don't trigger on him, I think he should be fine. Should be able to get out. Do I want to do this? Do I want to just go at it like this? Or... because he's not going to break through on this turn. You know what I could do? I'll leave the setup like this, but I'll move them here. They'll still disgust the Warbreed, unfortunately, but they're protecting him, and that's what matters. He won't fumble. He also won't crit if I do that, so I'll move him away for this turn. I was really hoping for a crit. That would have been nice. Wait, did he break that? No, 29 health left. Okay. Then move him back here. Defend. Just make a little wall with everybody. And leave. Yeah, leave those guys where they are. I think this guy on this side is fine. I'll move this big beetle over here and move these guys up just a bit. More or less trying to make sure that they can't get jumped by something that I'm not expecting. Now he's probably going to start going after the next weakest unit with Vengeful Frost once this guy is off the battlefield. So I may need to be ready to get somebody else out of here too. Yeah, they are doing everything they can, but I've seen this trick before because that Magic Fist got the better of my Swarm Darter in the last episode, so you can just leave. Goodbye. And he has now wasted about half of his casting points, and all he succeeded in doing was scaring off one butcher. Okay. Now is when I think I need to change things up a bit. I'm going to leave... You know what? I'm going to see if the breaking the wall changes their AI and gets those guys to rush out after me. Because the Eagles haven't really moved, and I kind of want them to charge me. So we'll just break that, and then he'll be open to attacks, but he can't be flanked. And that, I think, is what's important here. So you stay there. And you guys, I think, are okay over here. How far can you go? So maybe move him up here. And I'll move him a little closer as well. He should still be safe right there. And I'll have him ready for weakening. I think they'll probably start harassing one of these Blight Doctors next. Maybe this guy, actually. So, you know, I'm actually gonna... I'll use him for weakening anyway, and he can run and still do that. So I'm gonna start retreating him, assuming they'll target him with Vengeful Frost. They might also go after this big beetle, depending on which they think they can kill first. No, they're gonna... Oh, that makes sense. Go after the cat. The frost weakness. Okay, well now you need to leave. Alright, that did get the Eagles to come out, and I think if they're dumb enough and want to do it one at a time, I'll just pick them off one by one. His morale is very low, so he's not going to get lucky. I think I can leave everybody else where they are. Probably move these guys just a bit closer to the action. And let the Warbreed do the talking here, I think. Oh, I can't move them away first, so it's just go basic physical damage, which is fine. He leveled up, so he just hit gold rank, and as a result got the charge promotion. And we'll see who comes next, I guess. They'll get the cat again. Vengeful Frost, almost certainly. Did what, 12 damage? And 22 health regrown. It just does not matter what they throw at that guy. Okay, 12 damage. This You know what? You hang around for one more round. That keeps them focused on him and, or her, rather, the Werepanther. And then the others, at least, aren't... And he's not using Vengeful Frost on anything else. He's just sitting there wasting casting points. How is your morale? Not good, buddy. Not good at all. I think I'm going to, go ahead. I may as well use these guys to turn him around, honestly. There's really no reason not to. Maybe weaken him a little. Oh yeah, he's quite dead. Alright, anyone want to line up next? They're literally just coming at me in a line. This is great. Oh, he got hit by Misfortune too. Okay, he's gonna need to run. Oh, looks like Ernest is helping to fight. Maybe Ernest ran out of casting points? Thought he'd have enough for a couple more. Yeah, he does, technically. I don't know why he suddenly decided to just shift gears and start fighting, but that's fine. Let's see. I think I want Mogwai to go up and then sit on defense right here. Make use of that tireless. Okay, why don't you guys move here and start harassing that guy a little bit? We can at least... Oh, you know what? Start harassing him. Try to get some debuffs on the boss there. Oh, should have checked if he was... Yep, his morale was fine, so he gets away with that. That's annoying. If I'd have known that, I would have targeted him with this guy. You know what? I'm going to target him with this guy. Try to lower that morale a little bit. There we go. Now I really think I do need Mogwai to get up front. Just give the Warbreed a bit of protection. How much damage would a Warbreed do to Mogwai if Mogwai is on defense? Mogwai's got toughness, so probably not much. Okay. Wish I had another range unit up here, but I don't, so here's the plan. That bird has no action points left, so I'm going to hit with Pikeman. Mogwai goes up and just sits on defense right here. The most melee that can get to him is one unit, so he's going to be fine. He's got tireless, so they can't, you know, out-damage, or they can't use up all his action points. And then that'll give this guy a little bit of a chance to take a breather there. And then maybe on the next turn I can jump in with the spider and start webbing stuff, or just charge everyone in all at once. I think everybody's good where they are, really. Except for this guy, he can move a little closer. And you... I think he could handle one more. Yeah, he could handle one more Vengeful Frost. As long as it doesn't get Misfortune again. I think Mogwai is... Or not Mogwai, I think Ernest is a little distracted. Alright, they're all coming out now. Okay, this is what I wanted. It is a halfling Warbreed. I think we need to ruin his day a little bit. I don't want those guys getting lucky at all. We'll start by weakening, I think, because that lowers morale. Maybe should have done that earlier. But using it on those guys seems like a good choice. And I could ruin their day even more by doing that. So now he's definitely not critting anything. I'm gonna need some tougher units up front to deal with them charging in. Probably want this guy here on defense, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna put him here on defense. He should be able to handle a couple of them. Because he's also got physical protection just from being in Mogwai's army. So, He should be okay. Mogwai needs to kind of chop through the brew brother there and get to Ernest, I think. Alright. And then just to keep him from running all the way around and smashing something valuable, I'm going to move the spider there. Put the big beetles away. And move the pikeman here. As a matter of fact, you know what? This is okay. I might try to web that warbreed with the spider actually, just so it can't hit back. It's a 60% chance to work. But if it doesn't work, and then the warbreed attacks me, the spider will probably kill the warbreed, leaving the other warbreed to charge in and smash the spider. So maybe that's not a good idea. I think I will just play it safe here, like I have been, and try to avoid doing anything too terribly stupid. That warbreed should be okay where he's at, I think. Unless Mogwai has, or unless Ernest has some way of doing a ton of damage to him. Okay. They're not all gonna go on right after him, so that's fine. They spread themselves out, and now Mogwai gets an easy kill on this guy. I'm gonna weaken. You know what? I think I want to weaken Ernest. He's got a lot of health, so let's do that. Mogwai can go in, Warcry, and you know what? We're gonna really debuff Ernest. We're gonna all sorts of nasty things. That way he can't get lucky. All right, now he can't do anything. Can use my warbreed to run around and turn him around. And this is a pretty easy kill here, I think. And now it's just, now it is just Ernest. Hopefully the rabbits don't kill somebody here. And I would normally pass around enchantments with these guys, but I could see the game doing something obscenely stupid where, like, I take away all his debuffs, he's happy again, and then I miss 3 lucky, or he gets like 3 luckies in a row. No, we don't, I don't play that way with halflings. Get out of here. Your reign is over. Okay, that is 1 down, 5 to go, I guess. Didn't lose anybody, and there are some items in here. There's a lot of items in there. Okay, well, I think it is time for Mogwai to hop on and see what we've got. Okay. I do like Jack's Gift. That's a nice item. I might actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and swap that out with the high morale one for Mogwai. The thick leg greaves, that would be better than the boots he's got. These, I think, I'm a little over on boots for everyone, and those aren't really very good, so I'm going to go ahead and sell those now to make some space. Melody of Oblivious Harmony, I want to keep that. Probably send that, if for some reason I do wind up with a halfling hero, that'll go to them. That's a good tunic. Got a good crossbow, which I think I'm going to send that to the druid, so she's got a good single shot option if she needs it. Makes sense. And what do we have here? Flaming Mace of Yaka with 2 fire melee strength and coup de grace. I don't know who I'm going to give that to yet. That actually might be really good for the... What does coup de grace do? That might be good for my rogue. Melee attacks deal an additional... Okay, so it works against entangled, frozen, petrified, stun, or webbed units. This actually probably is a good item for Mogwai to hang on to. Especially with the rogue just around the corner. The Frostling rogue. And the fact that Mogwai's got that spider with him. Could be pretty handy. I think I'm going to give that blade to... probably the rogue, who really could use some other elemental damage types on his attacks. The druid doesn't need it. He's already got a fire weapon. The sorcerer doesn't need it. Yeah, that's gonna go to the rogue. It'll take a while to get there, but that's okay. The rogue could really use a better weapon. Also, who wants this armor? You know what? I'm gonna give this to Mogwai. I don't. That extra resistance on all points is kind of nice. It's just good armor for a warlord. So the rest of this, that also might end up going to the rogue, because he doesn't have chest armor either, and I think he could kind of use it. Those give him shock protection. Yeah, the rogue's kind of weak to a lot of elements. Although, you know what? Mogwai might need... You know what? I'm going to keep that with Mogwai just until the Fire Rogue event is over, because Mogwai might need that fire protection, now that I think of it. Because that does give some... Yeah, that does give some fire protection. I'm going to leave that on Mogwai from now. Might need you guys' help to remind me to send this off after the Fire Rogue event is done. But Mogwai, it'll take 3 turns to even get to the Rogue. And Mogwai, I think, is probably more likely to be exposed to the brunt of this event. So I will leave that with him for now. Okay. Well, now what? I guess we go back up and... no, right now, we migrate this city. Migrate it to orcs, which we can do in 1 turn. And then I will get... As long as nobody else has gotten it, I should get Hepatopia on the next turn. Let me check the overview panel here. No one has gotten it yet, have they? No, not yet. Towns I own, 5 out of 7. Okay, it actually tells me, and I don't have enough yet. How close am I? Why don't I have... I thought I had 6. Unless I was counting something that's still technically in the process of going. But that's 1 and 2. That's Goblin Town. That's 3. That's a town, 4. Maybe I was miscounting. It's 1, 2, 3. 4. That is not a town yet, but I think it will be soon. Oh wait, that'll grow to a town in 1 turn. So yeah, I will still get this. Okay, good, good, good. I don't think this was a town yet. I think this is still a... No, that is a town. Okay, I will still get this on the next turn if I do this. So I'm going to migrate this to orcs. And I don't really care about the halfling. It'll shrink to a city, but that's fine. Migrate city to orcs, and hopefully it'll keep its nice warlord buildings, including Warlord's Command, Great Beast Lair. It's got some nice stuff in there, plus a grand palace. Really cool. It's the first grand palace I'm gonna have. And while that's migrating, I think I need to split off some units to go back and get my human city back. Mogwai might end up running back and forth here quite a bit, so we'll see. Actually, I'm going to keep these armies together. I just feel safer with them all together, because who knows what could be coming over the horizon. I'll probably go back here and try to get that back and maybe leave some troops there, and then bring Mogwai's army back down here. Just so this has a garrison. But I really need a tower in this area so I can see further. I need more advanced warning about what's showing up. Dreadnought got a shield. Okay. Theocrat got her boots. And the Druid got her acid darts. Okay. Line those up a little differently. Fire Rogue comes next turn. Already used Dread Siege. Oh, they used it as well. That's right. Ernest is dead. Yes, okay. So who does that leave? Let's take a quick overview here. We've got well, not me, but Ernest is defeated, so that leaves a Dreadnought, a Rogue, a Theocrat, a Sorcerer, and a Warlord. The Rogue is obviously next on the list to go. And I think Mogwai can probably help with that, because I'm thinking the Rogue is probably the Halfling's neighbor. I wonder if maybe I should just ignore these ravens and throw Mogwai straight to the west. This city, there's not really a lot special about it, other than that it'll have nice income. I think I'm going to go ahead and get wetlands, or drench the lands, ready to go before the end of the turn. And I do need another turn of merch. The dragons are almost done. I'll get my first one on the next turn, the same turn the Fire Rogue event starts. And I think I'm most likely going to need to keep these cities on merch, but I'm also going to probably let them do it one turn at a time, just so the camera's panning around, forcing me to kind of move around and look at things, just so I don't accidentally miss something. And like I said, Pestin can do merchandise. I'm going to be in really good shape for this dragon event, I think. Alright, and I was planning on building... Okay, good, I can get there on this turn. So I'm going to build the fort there, and then I can start that upgrading right away. And Theocrat's army will be ahead of it, so it'll be safe. So yeah, right there. Go ahead and build a fort. I really like that spot. Oh, Zonkwood did... Okay, I'm just going to leave that as Zonk so it's easier to see. I was hitting buttons on my keyboard to pan the camera around. W and D. Alright guys, we can now crush some stuff in here. In fact, I'm going to try to get to that quarry on this turn, on the off chance maybe I get... Hey, look! A stack of undead. This is just the thing to fight them. First things first, though, I'm going to go in here and see if I can't convert one of those Ice Queens to my side. Wouldn't mind having a unit that can freeze stuff. Now, they'll almost certainly come in and Ice Nova a bunch of stuff and just be dumb about it, but that's okay. We'll just have to let them. I want you here, and I want to use normal healing on you, and I'm probably going to need to buff you on top of that, but we'll see. We'll do Bestow Ironheart on this. No, we start with healing. Start with healing, because healing recharges over the course of the battle. These guys have Devastating Charge. Would prefer they were running into my Butcher. It's kind of on the wrong side. So I guess the Shock Trooper's going to have to take the brunt of this, which is okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to move these guys back, but they can kind of get around the side if they need to. How about you? Could I trick you into... Oh, I should have left him up there. He would have been better in that spot. I didn't notice the campfire blocking her out there. Okay, this is fine. Come on in. Use your Devastating Charge. Oh, crap. Card breaker. Well, the other one didn't go for it. Okay, so idea here is curse that one. And then try to convert it. But there's other crap that has to be done first. Like not dying. I could... No, I don't want to do that. I need to keep the Ice Queen alive, because that's the one I'm going to try to convert. I kind of want... I need this guy out of the way, so the orc can run over there and cause trouble. little bit of a tough situation. There's actually pretty strong defenders here. I need what I need is to use up that thing's action points somehow, which I could do by going like this. Okay. He can move 2 more spaces, so I could do that again and really limit what that Ice Queen can do on her turn. And I think I'm going to move him here. He can flank the Mammoth Rider. Quite a bit of damage. Then this guy can go here. Hit him probably once. Yeah, that's almost certainly going to be a one-hit kill. Okay. Then he can come over here and guard break the other one, mess him up. Meanwhile, these guys can go here and go on defense, preventing them from wanting to move, and also preventing him from wanting to move. So I think I'm going to break guard on that Mammoth Rider there, just to keep him from devastating charging something. Or I just break guard and devastating charge him. You know what? Actually, these guys can just go sit on defense there. That's fine. They're not going to die. May as well bestow Iron Heart while I'm back here. And probably just send the Knight here and defend, just so he doesn't get overwhelmed. And I think everybody should be fine now. Okay, Ice... Ah, oh, right, Guard Breaker. Crap, crap, crap. Okay, that's fine. I keep forgetting that Ice Nova's a thing. I always forget Ice Nova's a thing. Okay, they very nearly killed that big beetle, but not quite. It doesn't really matter, because I do have Divine Justice R's, but now is the time to see if I can get this conversion attempt off. Especially since the big beetle is there, so it's disgusting her, which is... This is the best odds I'm gonna get. Got it, okay. That's one less unit I have to worry about. I need to get this thing off of me. It was easy. Alright, I kind of want the target will retaliate 8 to 12. I need to move him. Who's got movement left? You do, and you do. Okay. He could kill this. Alright, I've got an idea. I think I can kill both of them right now. I'm just gonna War Cry now. You kill him. Okay, perfect. That was actually a really nice critical hit. Knights can come here, devastating charge. And then I can actually give XP to either of you. I'll go ahead and give it to the big beetle. He's not gold rank yet. And there we go. That leaves everybody kind of beat up for the forthcoming battle. 2 defense, leg gear, true sight, vision range upgrade, and resistance item. Those are pretty nice. I'll take those. The leg gear is actually... Well, the Dreadnought can't make use of it. If I'm really good, I could swap it out with the Druid's leg gear. You know what? I'm going to send it to the Dreadnought, or possibly Mogwai. Mogwai's already got +2 leg gear, so I'll send that to the Dreadnought. Who is this guy? And the Pendant, True Sight, Vision Range upgrade would probably be most useful on Mogwai right now, but once I get the Druid on a flying mount, it's going to be better on her. Because then that'll make the Super Dragon stack even less likely to run into something that catches them off guard. So I think that's going to go to the Druid. Okay, and then let's get you back with your stack here of horribly maimed units so you can heal them up before those titans come running in. Explore a bit more with the goblin, kind of maybe hang out on this road a bit. In fact, I could go up a little bit and make sure I get these haste berries. There's another city over here to meet. Cannot pay you money, but let me know when you're ready to talk. That does look like a decent-sized dwarf city. Okay, and then the rest of you have to keep going north. There is one more structure I can clear here, so I may as well do that while I'm down here. These guys can probably handle it on their own. It's another one of these dang fire structures. You know what? There's not really any hurry on that, and this army needs healing more than it needs to clear structures, so I'm just going to let them recover. We'll get that. I can get that later. Right now, just let them recover health, get them back to safety, and defend my cities from the fire rogue stuff. Same thing with you over here, although that might actually just draw the fire rogue to this city. But as long as he's defending here, he should at least have help from my vassal. Sometimes it's hard to see which cave walls are dark. You gotta zoom in and out constantly. Okay, I can get one more while still leaving that closed off. And everybody, looks like everybody is good to run back. All right, so the primary spot that I think this group needs to defend is this, the dragon dwelling. But I'm gonna leave them kind of situated on this side of it, and that way they can sort of just run out and go whatever direction they need to go if something happens. Scouts should be watching this tunnel, so I'll know if anything is coming that way. I think I've got set up as good as I can possibly be for this event. I might end up losing some of these guys that have just been digging around, but that's okay. They've made me so much money, it's fine. I think I'm going to open that up entirely. I don't see a reason to leave that as closed off. This I might leave, but this wall up here seems kind of pointless to me. Alright, that is now a stone fort. So I can get that Goblin City building on it, and then I will actually have Drench the Land ready on the next turn, which is perfect. And I can, well, not raise. I have done that before on camera, and it's not fun. Found city right there on that fort. Get whatever little bits of dirt. Oh, I did make a path through. I didn't mean to do that. Wait, did I? No, I didn't. No, yeah, there's still dirt walls here. Fine. I might actually make a path through here eventually, just to get units out of that back area as quickly as I can. I just don't see a reason to right now. Alright, and then just in time, that scout is in place. We'll pop up real quick, just to... Okay, and pop back down. And then I'll be doing that for the duration of the Fire Rogue event, just kind of popping up and then going back down to make sure nothing's on its way. And that is it for this turn. And you know what? That is also it, I think, for this episode. So I'm going to call this one here, but I am going to keep going with this. I'll record some more. I think this one might have gone a little long, actually. This might have been kind of a long episode. So like I said, I'm going to record another one directly after this. So if you have comments, but you think I might get to them in a couple episodes, go ahead and hold off on those until you've seen the episodes that come after this one. I think I'm going to go probably 2 more today. So I thank you guys for watching so much, and I will see you soon. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Jimbro, Tarsak, and Tibby and Army. Thanks so much, everybody.